Greetings from Bulgaria, I'm VULKK. In today's video we've got quite a few updates from Darrah and Mike Gamble. This week BioWare updated their official website to throw in a new design of the Anthem news page, and we got an interview with actor Nick Tarabay, who plays VULKK, and learned a few new interesting details about the game's progression, difficulty tiers, possibility to save your Javelin loadouts, and more. If you want to check out the interview, by the way, which is just specifically about VULKK and Nick's experience while filming and voice acting, because that's his first role, you can find the link on VULKK.com. Over on Twitter, Darrah, executive producer of Anthem, and Mike Gamble, lead producer for the game, have been very active as usual, sharing interesting new details and answering questions filed under the hashtag AMAAA tag, which is Ask Me Almost Anything About Anthem. Here are some of the best answers that we've got in the past few days. Customization options for your Javelins can be earned by gameplay. Purchasing cosmetics via the in-game store is not exactly the only way. Each one of the 4 Javelins has some form of mitigation ability. The Colossus has the giant shield that spawns from his arm, and the Rancher will be able to dodge, for example. We still don't know exactly what the Storm and the Interceptor will be able to do. Anthem will offer dailies and daily missions to keep you occupied and entertained while we are waiting for the next content update. Speaking of content, Darrah confirmed that the difficulty system will have some similarities to the one in Diablo 3. Once you're done with the endgame, you can keep progressing by upping the challenge by climbing up the ladder of difficulty again and again. This will of course result in better loot and other rewards for your hard work. BioWare has stated several times already that the hard difficulty of the game is quite challenging, and you can only imagine what the next extreme challenges will be able to provide for you. Every player will have sooner or later, based on their progression with the story of course, access to more than one Javelin. The good news is that you will be able to save different loadouts for your Javelin and be able to quickly swap between them when you need to. This will only be allowed when you're in Fort Tarsis or perhaps in your Strider. All 4 Javelin suits will be able to draw aggro in one way or another. The Colossus has some explicit aggro control abilities built into him, and Mark is certain that everyone can tank. Apparently the role of a classic tank is not such a high demand here, or at least that's what the developers want it to be. We know there will be a matchmaking system and some sort of a group finder tool in Anthem. Darrah confirmed on Twitter that the studio doesn't want to be too restrictive with the tool and exclude opportunities for players. The goal is to have balanced parties after all. This doesn't mean you can't roll out with 4 storms, for example. Of course, some missions, specifically on higher difficulties, might be a serious challenge, but a team of 4 storms is most likely looking to be challenged indeed. Each Javelin will have the same speed when flying above the ground. The decision for that is so no player is left behind because they are slower, like the Colossus for example, or be able to run faster than the rest and aggro the entire instance or cave or anything else outside in the world, for example. BioWare wants the teams to be able to play together and move together. There are up to 4 people per server in Anthem. That was announced on the Anthem's news page a few days ago. In free play mode, you're not tightly grouped, so you can come across any of the other 3 players. If you're grouped with friends or using the matchmaking tool, you will always be transferred and placed into the same instance with your other 3 buddies. That's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed this quick update, and don't forget that you can find a lot more information about the game on VULKK.com. Thank you guys, see you next time. Thank you for watching, I hope you have enjoyed the video.